I can certainly spin some unconfirmed theories about SPD for you. So here's the suit designs in Power Rangers Time Force. In Time Force, a non-Ranger third party comes into play. They are the Silver Guardians. They later go on to be run by Eric and Wes, who were both Power Rangers. Now this is Power Rangers in space, who we know continue to be active after their season is over because they show up in the next season for a crossover with Lost Galaxy. The in-space powers were created on the planet KO-35 with the help of Zordon. So what we're talking about here is Officer Tate. He is an officer from SPD in its early years because he is the father of one of the Rangers in the season. And as you can clearly see, he is wearing the exact same uniform as the red Time Force Ranger, save for one difference. They put a little SPD badge on it. So the doylist or out-of-show explanation for why this is happening is that they wanted to have an older Ranger who died in some flashbacks for character development reasons, and they didn't have an extra suit, but they still had the suits from Time Force, so they just slapped one on him, put a little badge on there that says SPD, and went to town. And then, as is tradition with Power Rangers, chose not to give us a Watsonian or in-show explanation because they love to create plot holes, so we came up with our own. So this is the SPD A Squad, another team of Power Rangers that appear in the season but aren't the main team. And if you look at their helmets there, they are the same helmets from In Space. Same exact out-of-show reasoning, they just reused the helmets because it was cheaper. So the theory is SPD takes place in 2025, whereas Time Force is 2001, so it's a whole 24 years later. And since we know the Silver Guardians were working on defense technology and knew about the Power Rangers, because some of them were Power Rangers, they may have been trying to develop their own Ranger suits. And since the in-space team is still active, they easily could have worked in conjunction with the Silver Guardians to come up with the SPD powers, which would make it make sense why some of the earlier SPD suit designs are inspired by the Rangers team that the Silver Guardians were basing their designs off of. For some reason, I feel like that got a little rambly, but I hope that made sense. Let me know if you have any questions.